2 days away, Daryl. Is the excitement palpable within you? Can you not wait to be out there in Berea? As you laugh,
I'm going to get my sunscreen today.
You're not excited about this quarterback competition?
No, I'm not. I really am not, because
you've seen a lot of them over the years. So
yeah,
I get that.
I've never seen a 4-man. So listen,
hey, you think you've seen it all, and then the Browns give you a 4-man competition.
This is both the blessing and the curse of covering the Cleveland Browns. Okay, is you get to see stuff that you've never seen before, and you hope to never see again.
That offense last year.
And so here's why I'm not excited about the 4-man quarterback competition. Number one, I don't believe it's a 4-man quarterback competition. Okay. But to be factually accurate and communicating to their fans, I have to continue to say that it is. And then also too, I don't see a long-term solution here. I feel like it's a 4-man quarterback competition for the Band-Aid. You know, we're not competing for the franchise guy here. It's just to get through the 17-game schedule or get through the first 6 games and then reassess when you get back from London or something like that. So no, I'm not excited about it. I don't think that it's going to be what everyone is expecting it to be, just based on how they have worked it so far.
You think they're sort of setting it up for a certain outcome?
Yeah, I do.
I don't want to say rigging it, but I think it is kind of they're playing it a certain way where
I think they have an outcome in their mind.
Yeah.
And so, but they're going to give everybody an equal opportunity. I'm not going to say that they're rigging it or they're tilting the scales, but I feel like they're going to put guys in position to just validate or
how they
give them hey, let's not do this because it's not going to work. I don't feel like this is a true, honest to goodness 4-man competition, especially because I don't think you can do a true, honest to goodness 4-man competition. Because what they did, and you saw it too, Spencer, being out there in Berea during OTAs and during minicamp, they put the veteran quarterbacks on one field. They put the rookies on another field.
Yeah.
And the veterans got to work with the top of the roster personnel, and the rookies got to work with the bottom half of the roster personnel. And I don't know how you can equally, properly, however you want to describe it, evaluate and grade those results.
Well, especially when the game changes at training camp. You go from, hey, we're installing things, we're getting guys acclimated.
It's ramp up period.
Now we're getting ready for a season. I'm with you. Again, I'm not going to use the word rigged. I don't think it's rigged, but I do think they are they are going to manage this a certain way where they, I think, get the outcome, or maybe there's 2 outcomes that they view as more likely, and they're going to sort of lean into those. And what I mean by that is I think we all feel pretty comfortable saying that we think one of the veterans is going to start week 1. I think they're going to set it up for those guys to get most of those reps. And then when the other guys don't, when the rookies don't, or the rookies, you see them here or there and they maybe look good, they'll just give you the answer of well, there wasn't enough reps to go around, so we didn't get a chance to evaluate those guys fully, and they're going to get more time. They can play it off as something, but I do think that's where it's headed. Now, but along those lines, Daryl, because I do think people also have the same thought we have on this competition. I think they view it as, hey, they're already kind of setting it up for the veterans to be the guys who maybe win the job. I think that makes this even more polarizing to some degree for fans and even more controversial for fans, because everybody seems to have their stance on who they like best or who they want to see win the job. Is there an outcome, Daryl, that appeases everybody or makes everybody feel like, hey, I can live with this. I'm happy with it. We can start the season with this guy and I'm good with it. Or is it just going to be divisive no matter what?
It's going to be divisive no matter what. Look, there's a case to be made that they will keep. First of all, eventually they got to vote somebody off the island. Okay, you're not going through 17 games with 4 quarterbacks. Now the question will be: will they maintain the 4 quarterbacks through the initial 53, then jettison one the following day on Wednesday after, because everyone in the NFL has called your bluff about keeping all 4 quarterbacks, right? And really, there's nothing to be gained by keeping. Or trying to keep an extra linebacker, safety, you know what I mean? That 53rd spot. It's not it's not completely the end of the world if they keep all four of these quarterbacks out of the gate. But again, they're going to have to make a move and get down to 3. You're not getting any of these guys through waivers, okay? So you can't even do that. Here's the other part of this, though, that people need to understand when it comes to these rookies. And this isn't me taking a shot at Dillon Gabriel. This isn't me taking a shot at Shador Sanders. But I have to stress, as I remind you, Dillon Gabriel's a 3rd-round pick. Shador Sanders is a 5th-round pick.
Don't tell some people that.
Okay? In no universe should either one of them start week 1 of an NFL season as a 3rd or a 5th-round pick. Now, if one of those guys was a 1st-round pick, or I will even grant you a 2nd-round pick, then I can legitimately say, yeah, that guy should be competing for the starting job and should be close to being able to contribute.
You invested a higher pick in him. It
right.
makes sense, yeah.
Dillon Gabriel, taking him in the 3rd round, that's a project. Shador Sanders was what the heck? He's still available. Let's get our buddies in Philadelphia on the phone. We're good with this draft. Let's give them the rest of our picks. Why not? Let's just take Shador and see if we strike lightning in a bottle. They had no intention of drafting Shador Sanders initially until day 3 when he was still on the board in the 5th round. So, for fans that are itching for Dillon Gabriel, Shador Sanders to start, slow the roll. I get it because Browns fans are eternally optimistic and nothing gets them more excited than potential. Yeah. Because potential always trumps reality here in Cleveland or the present, okay? It always does. The only thing that organization has to sell to its fans are stadiums, uniforms, and potential. That's it. They don't sell winning because they don't win with consistency. You get a winning season once a decade. Okay, let's be fair to this regime. You get 2 winning seasons in 5 years, right? But the other 3 years were complete disasters. So, I get fans who want to cling to Dillon Gabriel could be the hope, or Shador Sanders could be the hope. Yeah. I get that. But let's take an emotional step back and be realistic about the situation. These are 3rd and 5th round picks. It's not fair. It's not realistic to expect either one of these kids to win this competition. If they do, God bless them. Yeah. Best of luck. Yeah. Great for you and all the good things there, right? But let's just be realistic about this. You're talking about 3rd and 5th round picks, not 1st or 2nd round picks. All right. And if one of these kids, I think Shador Sanders has a better chance of turning into a franchise quarterback than Dillon Gabriel does. All right. When I'm watching practice and there's plays, and the only way I know where Dillon Gabriel is on the field is because I see the lineman moving to the left or to the right. That's not good. Okay. Drew Breeses don't grow on trees. Let's just be honest. And look, I hope that Dillon Gabriel is the next Drew Brees. I hope Shador Sanders is the next insert your favorite mobile quarterback here, right? It's not that I'm rooting against them. It's not that I don't believe in them. It's just I'm trying to be very pragmatic and realistic about the situation. These are 3rd and 5th round picks. They traded for Kenny Pickett. They gave up nothing to get him, but they're clearly intrigued by him and feel that they can fix whatever is broken with him, right? Joe Flacco, we know how fans feel about him here because what he did in 2023. But again, no disrespect to Joe. Yeah. He's over 40 years old. So if he wins the competition, he's a Band-Aid too, because he's not a long-term solution. Yeah, which honestly might be what they're hoping for anyways, just a Band-Aid to get to next year and then draft their real franchise quarterback. No long-term solutions available to me equal no excitement. Daryl, I think you laid out nicely the outlook of the entire room, where the team's heads are kind of at with it, what we should sort of expect in that regard. What I will say to answer my original question, we will ask John Doss about this here in about 7 minutes or so on the Fan. I think the answer that appeases the most people, is Joe Flacco. And I think a lot of it just has to do with what he did in 2023,
We know how the fan base largely feels about him. Yes, he's a Band-Aid, but he's easy to kind of, you know him, you've seen him, you like him for the most part. He's easy to digest. I think everybody else is controversial for some reason. Kenny Pickett, people think he's no good. He played for the Steelers. The rookies, people don't like Dylan Gabriel because they don't think he's going to be very good because of his stature. People don't like Shador Sanders because they think he's too cocky. Whatever the reasons might be, if there's an answer to this question of who appeases everybody, who wins this competition, I think Flacco's the closest to it. But even that'll be controversial because there'll still be people who are like, they shouldn't even waste their time starting Flacco. They should start Shador Sanders.
He gets a 6 to 7 week runway too. If he wins the job and it's Joe Flacco, it's like you got the first 6 and 7 games, and then we get to reevaluate where we are.